everybody. Good evening, and welcome once again to Singles Corner. I'm your host, Omoshola Daniel, and it's a pleasure to appear on your screens once again. Thank you, everybody, for always engaging our content. Thank you for the repost, for the shares, for the like, and the continuous engagement. Your comments, your contributions, your reactions on every of our conversations. It's appreciated. I'm using this medium to give a big shout out to all of our fans and all of our diaspora audience. How are we doing today? Good evening, Nigeria. How's the economy? How is everything so far? It's been an amazing week. This is just the second day of the week, and I trust it has been productive for you. I trust you've been able to make headways in your work, in your career pursuits, and in everything that pertains to you. Thank you for coming and for choosing to be a part of the show once again. Like I said, this is Singles Corner, hosted by yours truly, Couples Diary. And if you are just coming across our content for the first time, please do well to like, share, and follow our page on Facebook and on YouTube. The handle is at the Couples Diary. This evening in the house, we have somebody very phenomenal. He has honored our invitation twice, and this is the third time bringing him on the show based on popular request. So, if you don't mind, can you reintroduce yourself for those of us that are not familiar with you yet?
My name is
Good day, Mr. Afolabi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, very, very good. How about you?
You look good. You look good. You
Thank
look
you
good.
very much. And you too, you're not looking bad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to have you in the house today
Thank you
again.
very much.
If you don't mind,
Pleasure.
can you just do a recap of how your weekend was?
My weekend was blessed.
No drama.
Like I'm blessed. No drama, no. Just bless God, we bless God. I hope your weekend too was blessed.
Yeah, mine was interesting. Was fascinating actually. A bit dramatic, but you know,
You care to share?
not on the show. Maybe behind the scene.
Is it about singles, about dating, about
Behind the scene, we'll have that conversation.
okay, singles corner started.
Yeah. So that's it. You know, aside from being on the stage, aside from appearing on the screens, we also have our lives, and indirectly, in a way, we are living what it is that we preach. We are living what it is that we teach, which is actually very encouraging. And from the last conversations we had, I've gotten feedbacks from our audience,
Wow.
and the people that are particular about your contributions, and they sent their regards. We're like, please help
Wow.
us appreciate your guest, the person you hosted. He really did justice to the topic and the deliberation. He really addressed so many important things. I was like, yeah. So that's the essence. The essence of having this show is to share knowledge, is to look at things from different perspectives, is to see how well we can, clear opinions, how well we can clear misconceptions, and it's encouraging to get feedbacks that we are doing search. On the show today, we'll be having a very fascinating conversation as regards relationships. Yeah, so actually, we're having something quite different from what it is we feature on the show. We won't be addressing Vox Pop interviews today.
They are safe.
Yeah, we won't be addressing Vox Pop interviews today, but we actually have something much more fascinating, something much more entertaining, and particularly something much more educative for you today. So we'll be looking at the relationship from the digital angle, that is navigating relationship in this digital age. Everybody is quite aware of how evolved the world is. Everybody is quite aware of how things are changing. Everybody is quite aware of how evolution, the digital space, introduction of tech has shaped and formed our world. And indirectly, it has affected so many things. And now we're looking at the effect of digitalization in the aspect of relationship. And I can guarantee that our guest today is really going to do justice to that. Like, I trust you came very prepared. I trust you came very prepared.
Mm.
So, we're having a
Yes.
conversation on navigating relationship in this digital age. So, we're looking at two things, right? We're looking at relationships, looking at the evolution of the digital evolution and its effect on our present world. So, the floor is yours, sir. Let's.
First clarify something.
Okay.
When you said relationships, is it normal friendship? Is it guy to guy? Is it lady to lady or guy to the opposite gender?
Okay. 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 So,
So what
you
kind
are
of
you are you are
relationship?
already suggesting to me that we should have it in segments or in sessions.
No,
So we would
let's
start
just
for
know.
today. Was actually based on popular demands.
Okay.
Based on popular demands, we'll be having the conversation centered around a male to female relationship.
Okay.
A relationship that involves emotional attachment,
Romantical relationship.
romantical. Thank you very much. That's the word. That's the word a lot of persons want to hear. So the effect of digitalization, the effect of socialization in present day relationships. What's your take on that?
So if I get you very well, you're asking me about the effect of social media on relationship, which means the negativity.
Yeah, you
of
can
social
narrate to social media. It's not
Okay.
bad. We can start the convo from there.
That means you are stylishly asking about the negative part of social media.
If you want to narrate that part also, it's not bad.
Mm, effect. Let's talk about the the better part.
The
first
better
now.
part first.
Yeah, because
Alright.
I believe
It's a good way to start the
I
conversation.
believe if anything evolved, it was done for the good of something, not for a bad reason. It must have been created for a good reasons. So it might not have its own effect, but then why not delve into the better part first?
Okay. Alright. So let's have it.
So exactly.
Okay, so I actually have something prepared, like more like
Wow.
a template I want us to
I
go
hope you are
through.
not cooking me tonight.
It depends on where you are standing on the pan. Either you're on the pan or you're on the gas. It depends on who wants to get cooked.
I hope I'm not in the kitchen.
Okay, so the first segment we'll be addressing is the effect of digitalization in relationship relating to communication and social media.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I want us to actually look at. The effect of digitalization relating to communication and social media. How has the world being digital affected relationships in the area of communication and social media? So that's the first question we have for you, sir.
Okay. I feel social media has helped relationship to an extent, to a great extent, not just an extent, to a large extent. In the sense that what we are doing is an example. Um, One way to broadcast what we are doing is through social media.
Very
And
true.
we are using to enlighten people. We are not doing it for our own knowledge alone. We are doing it to see where we stand, so people can correct us, and those that also need enlightenment, so they can also get it. We've buttressed a lot of point about communication in previous sessions, and I feel, or I think, or I know that most people who have been in some shoes before, they would have seen one or two places where they've been at fault and where they've been right, and how they can. Some people do not know how to explain some things to their partner, and they might have seen this show as an opportunity that, okay, these people are buttressing what has been on my mind all this while. Let me call my partner to come and listen to this also, so that at least we've seen somebody who has gone through, who is saying what we are going through and we are having issue on. So social media has helped them in that communication. Social media also has helped. There are people who do not know how to celebrate their partner, or how to ask, how to go about asking some things. Some things look odd. Some things, let me give example of something. Some people do not know about women. Women gender, they are not straightforward.
Mm.
When they need something, when you ask them something and they say no, Their first no does not mean
you
no.
are shaking a table.
Their first no does not mean no.
True.
So, and most people do not know these things. So until people have been jumping into videos in on social media, and they feel like, okay, so these things are what my partner has been, okay, that I'm not trying to catch. It has helped them in that way. Most people have seen some snippets video and some long, lengthy video that they stumbled upon on social media, and it has helped their relationship so far. So I feel this digital age and social media has been helpful to relationship, especially in the aspect of communication. And if not for social media, WhatsApp is part of social media now.
Yeah, very true.
If not for social media, imagine people at home and their partner is somewhere at work, and you need them to do something for you, and will you start writing letter to send them, and you need them to do something urgently for you, or impromptu thing? Maybe fuel finish at home, you just need fuel, or you need something additional or something, you just text them on social media instead of writing letter or waiting for, okay, we just sleep like that till the next day. So I think this digital world is helping relationship. It has done more good than harm.
That's done more good than harm. Well established. So now let's look at the harms. The harms that it has done.
Yeah, that's where you're coming to.
We actually there's a need for things like this to be addressed.
Yeah.
The purpose of it is majority of persons are not paying cognizance to the bad part or the harmful part of this evolution. Actually, a lot of us have normalized some of these things, and we've accepted it as a part of the evolution. We've accepted it as a part of the digitalization. We've accepted it as a part of, okay, so the world is evolving, the world is getting better, and it comes along with all of these things. It should be accepted, it should be embraced, it should be normalized, whereas it shouldn't. So, but the essence of having this conversation is to help clarify and help some people to properly identify that, okay, so this is an effect that comes along with this evolution, but it shouldn't be addressed as a norm. It is not. It shouldn't be embraced. It should be corrected.
Yeah.
So that's the essence of we having this conversation. So, what is the negative impact? Or let me paraphrase the question so it can be much more relatable to both you and the audience. I'm opening the floor also to our diaspora family. If you are online, either on Facebook or on YouTube, and you also want to make contributions to the questions being asked, you can send the text, join the live chat, make your comments. We will address it right here on the show. And if you also want to call in, you can send a call via WhatsApp to 070-1775-7570. It's a broad conversations, and we are encouraging everybody to make contributions virtually on any means possible, and definitely you'll be encouraged on the show. So the question is, what are the negative impacts of digitalization? That is how social media has affected communication within relationship in this present digital age.
Okay, even the Bible says there's this word of God that was erected. So some people upliftment and for some people's downfall. So even social media is for some people's upliftment and some people's downfall. One thing that I have noticed about social media is the ignorance of people, especially the youth and Gen Zs. The more we grow, the more we see life in another aspect, and we become mature. And there are some unnecessary jargons that people tend to do and expose on social media. And one thing people don't know is you might forget some things you've done in the past, or you might have changed, but social media will always be there to remind you. There are some things that you would think that people have forgotten, but social media does not forget. The internet doesn't forget anything. It is a storage. It keeps those track record of things that you've done in the past. So in communication, in relationship, there are many relationships that has gone haywire due to lack of sufficient communication because of either one partner, especially the female gender. liking to be on social media 247, whereas their duties are lagging behind. Some people prefer to be at home on their phone, not even making money on the phone, rather than look for something to do with your life and earn money and earn a living to help assist your relationship to be a better one. So the social media has been helpful and has been something else also on people. So what do you think?
Okay, so I'll
I'm
pick
expecting
from.
your roasting.
I don't have the intentions to do that, but if you give
But
me the floor,
I just feel that
I,
you want to roast
I
me.
don't have the intentions to do that, but if you give me the floor, I will gladly accept the challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to paint scenarios.
Okay.
And
Let's have it.
I want us to paint scenarios and let's
Okay.
have because I feel what will actually make this conversation a bit relatable to our audience is if there are experiences that they can hold on to. There are scenarios that
Okay.
they can relate with.
Mhm.
All right, so looking at the negative influence of social media, the inability to filter data, I guess that is a major challenge Gen Zs have. The inability to filter, like we just consume everything we come across. We see this, we munch on it. We see this online, we munch on it. The inability to filter out data is has really affected relationship. The idea of comparison.
Let me get you, because I might be the audience might be confused as I'm confused also. When you say data, you mean information, right?
Definitely, yeah,
Good.
yeah.
So I want to be sure so
Okay,
that the house
okay.
can be sure. So.
Oh, sorry for that. The inability to properly filter informations that we come across. Content, let me just put it as content.
Okay.
The inability to filter content we come across via social media. We see a lot of persons have fall victim of comparison trap, and it has affected it has affected their relationships. I've been privileged to be in conversations with dating couples, friends, random conversation, not consultation.
Or you've been privileged to be the one
No,
in
not
the
me.
relationship.
No, not me. This time
Okay.
around, it's not relatable.
Okay.
It's not a problem of personal concern.
Okay.
It's general. So
General.
I've been privileged to come across persons, and I hear things like, she wasn't like this until she started keeping friends on Instagram. She wasn't like this until she started spending so much time on her phone. She wasn't like this until she got addicted to Snapchat. You get stuff like that.
Yeah.
About 3-4 years before now, the only thing we use Snapchat for is to take pictures with
Yeah.
filters. True or true? Yeah. 3-4 years prior to this time, the only thing we do use Snapchat for.
Perhaps I was not born then.
Don't do that. The only thing we use Snapchat for was actually to just snap. It was the snap function of that app that everybody prioritized.
Yeah.
But now, the chat, a lot of persons are using the chat part of that app to really do
It's very secretive.
like
It's very secretive. But
like oh this table where I'm trying to shake. I hope I have the mind for it.
you should have the mind. You should.
So you see that app itself has done more harm than good. Snapchat, like I'm not a user of it, like a frequent user of it. The only
Oh.
thing you see me do with Snapchat is the snap part, is the picture. I don't use it to chat, but I've come across
Keep
content.
streak.
I've come across content of persons, like I've been privileged to be involved in conversations with like fights, banter, arguments, misunderstandings, and it is related to that app. I'm like, Snapchat. Yes, she sent the snap to that guy. I'm like, oh wow. So a lot of other, now that is one app. Another app is TikTok. At first, the concern for me at first on TikTok was the addictive nature of it, but now it's going beyond. It's going beyond the addiction now. TikTok has gone beyond the addiction. It's now coupled with desperation. Everybody wants to be on TikTok. Everybody is desperate to do something on TikTok, regardless of whatever it is they are doing, with the aim of benefiting from that platform. Now, a lot of persons are using a very wrong approach to, maximize the potentials of those applications, to maximize the benefits of social media itself. And we can see that it is the reflection of those actions, the reflection of those usage on they themselves personally and their relationship. We see that it's not beneficial. We see that it's not actually a platform to promote cordialness, a platform to promote growth in the relationship, whereas actually it's actually tearing relationships apart. So what's your take on that?
Thank you very much. This one is relatable to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's have it.
Okay. Sometimes I feel if your availability in your relationship will make you not just want to complain, but you want to understand things. Sometimes ago, I was this lover of Nollywood, especially the Yoruba movie. And you see movie like Yahoo Snapchat or Yahoo social media, that their wife is always on social media, food is burning, and they are not paying attention to their home and stuff like that. And people feel, and some movies about where the wife is always putting everything about their home on social media, and the husband is not cool with it.
Very true.
And I was not cool with it also. When I hear about ladies like that, I feel like this social media is doing more harm than good. And so not until sometimes my girlfriend, she's someone who likes social media also. She doesn't even have friends. She does not have friends. But she's always online 247. She's always watching videos. She does not keep friends, but she's watching. And I'm always like, what are you doing on this one? What are you doing on this one? And something I don't like to just criticize people. I believe I can learn from even nonsense. There is sense in nonsense.
Very true.
So I tend to always listen. I want to understand things. So with time, I noticed that out of many jargons on social media, there are still some nice things also. If you look at, there are people who do vlog, their day-to-day activities, vlogs.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they tend to use it to make money.
Okay.
There are people who do wrong vlogs that might look stupid, or I wouldn't mention names, but I just feel when I see some content, I feel like this is jargons, and also anything exposing your body or stuff. But there are some vlogs that even people you see some housewives that they are very good at cooking. Some husbands saw some vlogs online, and they feel like, this person is talking about food and stuff. My wife knows how to cook now. Why not start something? Before you start it, you should also check some content so you can know how you want to start your own content.
True.
So she must have gone through many vlogs to have the idea of it and how she wants to make it look like, and start trying her own. So when I started checking my girlfriend's phone and see when she's watching videos, started watching, okay, this one is helpful, this one is not helpful, don't watch this again. To try not to watch this again, okay, this one is helpful, at least this is making sense. To an extent, there are some vlogs that they look nonsense at first. But when you start checking track record, there's one lady's vlog that I like to check. Although it's about her life, but I just feel she used to make sense. This is Benny Omedu. I don't know if you've come across her video about her life, how she went to UK, how she brought her husband, how their story of their life, how they help their family and stuff. So it even our vlog always encourage familyhood.
It's inspiring.
It's inspiring. Although she's talking about her life, her day-to-day activity, but you understand familyhood. Yeah, you understand love. You understand how she's connecting to her family. One way or the other, her lifestyle is online. I don't think she has work. I think that's what she's doing. Just look, but her husband is working, and she always includes her husband in vlogs most times too. But the husband is somebody that agreed to her vlog, accepted her vlog, because he's not camera shy, so he does not run from camera. So stuff like that. There are women that they are always online. Check what they are doing online also. Ask them to channel it into something productive. There's nothing that is stupid, I feel, until we discover the value in them. A lady can decide they want to be online 247. There are people who are making their money from that also. So I feel if this is what this person likes, what are these people doing on TikTok? Those that are some Pella and Co and the likes. Some people, if not for social media and this thing, those people see them as nonsense. They are doing trash. Will Pella come to your house now, come and be disturbing your house? You will not send him. Will you give him money? His nonsense that is in on social media is fetching him money. One way or the other, he channel it into something productive. So I feel in relationship also, I'm not saying everything is good 100%, and I'm not saying everything is 100% bad too. When you notice your partner, be it the guy, be it the woman, the lady, when you notice that this person is social media freak 247, discover what she's trying to do online. Can it be a source of income also? Can you look for something productive to it? I feel not everything is bad about social media, especially those that I know that we are going to the part of those ladies that are always liking to be online 247 and they are digesting the wrong information. One thing I know is, even apart from social media or digital age, even the people we meet day to day, not everybody we meet with are saying something that are making sense, but everybody that you are meeting with, they are giving you one or two datas, they are giving you one or two information that you want to consume. So not everything that you consume, you sieve them and know the one you are digesting. There is a saying that I used to say long ago, not because of somebody's an adult, fools grow also. Even those adults, as in not all adults that are telling you something that you just garbage in, garbage out, that you just believe. Fools grow also. So the same way you are sieving things that you are hearing from day-to-day people, it's the same way you should sieve things that you are seeing online. You can be online 247. The fact that it's having plenty views or it's having plenty likes or is making money does not mean it is making sense. Look at now. Most people don't like to talk about Pornhub, but yet Pornhub is making money, serious money. Are there not people watching it? That means that the way it is making money for them does not mean that, okay, you should now encourage your partner to, okay, want to be watching such things. There are a lot of information on social media. You are the one to know the one you want to delve into as your own information.
All right, thank you for that.
I can be on social media for 24 hours. What some people are doing, that's not what I'm doing. If I'm not constantly learning my tailoring, and I'm not listening to his sermon, and I'm not listening to his spiritual song, I don't think I'm online. And yet I can be online 247. Most times recently when I went to school, that's when I started offing my data. I don't off data, but I'm always online on all social media app. Does not mean I'm receiving all the information every persons are receiving. Depends on what you are doing online.
Online but not active. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so very nice contribution so far. Very nice contribution. So we've been able to address the impact of social media relating to communication in this digital age, and also we've looked at. So I want us to look at another thing: the common misunderstandings or miscommunications that arise from digital communication. Now, social media has promoted secrecy under the disguise of privacy. Do you agree with me?
Buttress your point.
I should buttress. Okay, so I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
But I would say that social media has promoted secrecy in the disguise to privacy. I would say that again. Social media has promoted secrecy under the disguise of privacy. You want to digest it? I think you should. You should take your time to digest it. So a lot of persons now, individuals, not even before I paint the pictures of those in a relationship scenario, individuals, we see that she does that app I mentioned, Snapchat. That app, oh god, it is where the person that designed that app, the person try.
It will do.
The person try. See that app. I stumbled upon some information recently concerning relating to Snapchat, and I'm like, wow, really, you can do this on Snapchat? Like you can. I'm like, oh, wow.
Keeps your information very well.
It keeps your information very well. A very private, securing social media application. Right?
Okay, let me say something about social media and secrecy.
Okay.
Let me just quickly So before you can buttress very well.
I think you would allow me buttress very well so that what you would say would either
Okay,
fall,
okay. Let me
fall in line. So my or let me just ask my question so I won't have to bring you up again after you lay your emphasis. We have some common misunderstandings or miscommunication that are related to digital communication, the use of social media, and we see the use of social media having to promote secrecy under the disguise of privacy. A lot of persons will want to, all in the name of I want to have my space, I want to be reserved, and then they hide under the umbrella of I'm having my privacy to my personal things, privacy to my personal life. They used to promote a lot of secret things. Like we've seen, I've come across a lot of Vox Pop interviews where there was one we addressed on this show. This one, it was not even that far, it was WhatsApp. Both couples were in a relationship. They've dated for over a year, and the girl said no, it's not up to 1 year, it's 6 months. So the interviewer was like, let's both of you should swap phones and go through your phones. When they swapped phones, the guy on the girl's WhatsApp, he was seeing the girl sharing her nude with another guy. That's one.
Don't call it nudes.
Okay,
you call it noodles.
Noodles. Oh, she was sharing noodles. I didn't know she's a pasta chef. She shared noodles, right? Another thing was he came across what she saved his name with. She saved his name with Wasiu Market.
Wasiu Market.
Yeah.
One of my friends recently told me his name was saved with Jumoke.
Jumi, baby. You see all of those kind of now, and a lot of scenarios that if I should keep on painting them, very relatable scenarios that we are aware of. You see, just by the use of social media, it has promoted a lot of secrecy in the disguise of privacy. So what's your take on that?
What I wanted to say earlier is what I was still saying. You see, social media or not, if you are not deceitful normally or you are not secretive normally, social media cannot make you secretive. I think if you don't have that nature right from time, if you are not somebody secretive or if you are not somebody, either you can have your apartment now. Let's say your partner, because I know we don't want to talk outside the partner. You don't want your partner to know that she should not have access to your phone, or he should not have access to your phone except he asks, or except this thing you are saying that is your privacy now, it's your this now. Let's imagine now that we are not in the era where there is phones, and now you have your room where you rented your space, and you have your girlfriend now. There is a means of communication that is not phone. Either maybe Emi Abija, let's see anything. Let's see anything.
That one go far.
Either, but let's say there's a means
fetish,
of communication.
bro. That's very fetish. Please, don't.
Let's just say there's a means of communication that is not phone. And
there are other means to communicate. You can use errand boys. There's a small boy in the neighborhood that is always going to tell.
That's the one that came to my mind is what I've said.
Sister came. But Atunde Wala be give on going.
The one that came to my mind.
Those ones are very relative. You go far. No. That's your example. Go far. Go.
So let's
hear you.
Let's say, and your girlfriend now wants to come and visit you unannounced. If you are somebody who is secretive, do you know you get angry also? Why do you come to look for me? Why can't you tell me before coming? Or is there no way you used to call me before? Or is there no way you used to send somebody to tell me before? Because it's hiding something or it's being secretive. The same way your social media app, you are feeling like, why do you carry my phone? It's my privacy. If there is something that you were not hiding before, if you were not secretive apart from social media, your social media is open to your partner or is open to whichever person, depending on the person, except if the person is not your girlfriend or is not your family member, because your privacy, take it or leave it, your social media is your privacy.
True,
take it or leave it.
Very true.
You don't expect anyhow person, not even holding your phone now. You're on a bus now, you're on transit, and you are just going through your phone, you're texting somebody on WhatsApp, and somebody else now prying into your privacy, looking at your chat. Does it make any sense?
No.
Is it not your privacy?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
being secretive?
Very
It's not.
relatable.
But imagine your girlfriend is beside you and you are typing, and she's looking at your phone and say, "Why are you looking at my phone? It's not my privacy." Is it not the same thing but with different people? But
Mm.
because of the person that is looking at it
Person in
matters.
the picture.
So either with social media or without social media, if you are not secretive, you cannot be secretive on social media.
Hmm.
Do you get me?
Point well established. Point well established.
I guess I'm not being cooked today.
But you will still go back to the question.
Okay.
How people have been able to. I like the fact that you established a point. Well established, but not disputing the fact that a lot of persons have hired under the umbrella of privacy, and that has, with the use of social media, it has promoted secrecy, because we can see that now, if you put it out to persons in a rate of 5 to 10 persons or 10 relationships, I can tell you that there's a probability that about 6 or 7 of those relationships, both partners can't swap phones.
I know somebody too that cannot swap his phone.
They
for
can't
no reason.
they can't swap
It's
phone
because
that
he's not pure. I can
let-
say it anyway that my friend is not pure.
they
He
can't
has
swap.
said it bluntly,
They
but I will
can't
not
s-
mention his name because of those girls that he's carrying about, so that they will know. It's not
They
the
can't
person that
swap
you're thinking
phones with
about,
their
eh.
partner. They can't swap phones with their partner, and they'll be like, it's why? He said, you hear things like it's personal. No, I don't want her prying into my privacy. I don't want her seeing. I don't want her to see anything. And that is one. That's one side of the table. The other side of the table is the place where a lot of persons have the mindset of, he is hiding something. I want to know what, because of because of a lot of ladies have partners, guys that spend so much time on their phone. They carry this conception that he's doing something
He's doing
behind,
something else, huh?
he's hiding something, he's doing something, he's seeing another person, he's spending some time with another person. So now, which should now bring me to the second segment of this conversation, being able to draw digital boundaries and trust in this digital age. Having a relationship in this present digital age, why is it hard to have digital boundaries and trust in relationships?
Do you know why it's almost not relatable? Because I don't distrust anybody that if I can call you my girlfriend or my friend, I cannot distrust you. I must have put you on a scale to that extent. That myself, I don't see anything bad in checking your partner's social media. I don't think, not because I feel the person is cheating or anything. Sometimes I just feel like my phone is boring sometimes. Like I want to check my girlfriend's phone, not her WhatsApp. I just want to go through her phone. She might even be on WhatsApp. Maybe she's doing something and she just drop her phone and she's on WhatsApp. It's like, most times I'm not reading chat. I'm just scrolling, just looking at things. I just want to look at her status. I just want to be looking at stuff. Imagine now she coming to my phone and I feel like, am I distrusting her? Why am I checking her phone? No. She knows on a normal day I wouldn't check her phone. I don't need it. I just want to. Just feeding my eyes for doesn't mean that you distrust them. Now left for those that have trust issue. But me, I don't think hiding your phone or your social media from your partner. For me, everybody have their own stance. For me, I don't feel like keeping your phone or your social media from your partner is something that makes sense in any sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
There was a video that trended earlier this year the video was on Facebook. I don't know if you came across it. A guy was seen beating his girlfriend because she was with his phone. And it was in an hotel room. Yeah, so he was seen like, really, like, he brutally dealt with her. The beating, not be small beating. You know when they catch person with thief something, she get the way he was beating her. It was crazy. And when they asked what happened, he said he saw her with his phone. That what gave her the audacity to go through his phone and all of those stuff like that. Now we've seen a lot of violent, relatable incidents or experiences because of similar issues like this. digital boundaries and trust as regards the influence of social media in relationships. Whereas, like you said, it's only someone that has trust issue from beginning, or someone that is secretive from beginning, that that social media will influence.
Yeah.
So, and we can say, before the introduction or the evolving of our present age, the introduction of social media, the introduction of digital devices, relationship existed. And we can look back to most of those ones and be like, yeah, I want to emulate something like that, I want to recreate something like that. So where actually do you think we got it wrong? Because it's a bit relatable to the evolutionary era, how evolution came into our present world, how we embraced evolution. It affected so many things, especially relationship. Even it promoted so many things like peer pressure. Social media promoted peer pressure. I think you should agree with me on that. Social media
I will not agree with many things except you buttress them.
social media promoted peer pressure,
Like, yeah, just let me
like okay,
understand.
so for example, you see a lot of girls will be like, my friends are using an iPhone.
Okay.
They take good pictures, they snap, and you see that kind of girl will go back and meet her boyfriend. I need an iPhone. You should give me an iPhone. All my friends are using iPhone. Don't you see the pictures? Don't you see the picture this person snapped and posted yesterday? Don't you see that person said my baby, all those kind of things? It's because most of those peer pressure, most of those irregular wants, most of those irrelevant needs are seen by the fake social picture that some persons have painted online virtually. And a lot of people embrace it. A lot of people thought to themselves that, okay, so this is more like a standard way of living. This is more like what was that English again? This is more like the, oh, English, don't fail me this night. This is the expected way to have a relation. This is the expectation. If I'm in a relationship with you, at least you should do this for me. You should buy me Bone Street. You should buy me iPhone 15 Pro Max. You should change my wardrobe. All of those things. Most of these things are seen. Most of this ideology were gotten from social media. So, what's your take on that?
Me, I feel somebody who is contented, social media cannot influence you. I just feel that way. See, either with or without social media, normally anybody who is not contented will still. Where do you think where do you think, at least there was no social media in the days of those baba that were doing ogo or doing osole or doing all these stuffs?
Yeah, very true.
There was no social media. They must have envied the life of the rich men in their area. There was no social media. Those rich men were only living their normal life. Let me tell you something. Either with social media or without social media, you don't expect, because of I'm afraid that somebody is looking at my life and want to go wrong way, so I will not live the life I want to live. Will you, because of somebody is looking at me, I want to live to my standard, I should wear rag? Some people are living their own normal lifestyle, and somebody who does not know how this person who is living his lifestyle, how he has walked to that stage, now wants to live the same lifestyle. You don't know what the person has done to get to where he's going to. Me, I feel we've said this on this show before, that whoever you are going to be with, know the kind of person. You must have established friendship. You see somebody that is not contented. You see somebody that her height is always choking. Like I say, you don't use relationship to change people. You don't say, I will change her with my relationship, I will change her with love. No. Somebody who is greedy, you don't expect that they see their friend who is using iPhone. See, even if you buy a lady who is not contented, if you see a lady who is not contented and you buy her iPhone 15 because of her friend is using iPhone 15, you went to hustle her to buy it for her without fraud money. If that her friend level up to buying Benz, she will disturb you to buy the same Benz for her. The more that person is running, the more she wants. That means she's not living her own life. She's living somebody else's life.
Very true.
And that person is living her life. And that person does not know she's in competition with her. There are a lot of people that, I'm not saying competition is bad. They are healthy competition. I can look at your lifestyle and feel like, Daniel is a TV presenter and I like the way he dresses. I like the way whenever he's passing, he smells nice. He's do this thing. And I just want to inquire about what does Daniel do to make him this money? And I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to level up also. Healthy competition. not because I want to,
Create an impression.
not like I want to impress somebody, I want to oppress anybody. You might be just be living your lifestyle, and I just, social media is there to just, I just want to, okay, today I'm feeling good, okay, let people also see that I'm feeling happy, let people, okay, I'm doing nice, I'm doing this thing. One way presenters, especially presenters, one way you learn how to be a better presenter is looking those that are better also, and it's through social media that you have helped yourself also. So one way or the other you are learning. Why are you not beefing those people? You are aiming that, me too, I want to be that place that he is. I want to. You see, there's two different things between you want to oppress yourself or oppress somebody who is not even looking at you, and you want to be in an healthy competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes people mistake healthy competition for oppression. You can emulate things on social media. We look at social media to get dress and inspo. Look at social media to look at, okay, I want to learn some things. Okay, I'm doing something and it's difficult for me, I want to check YouTube to learn. You are learning things. I can look at somebody's lifestyle. I look at people dressing a lot. I like fashion. So the fact that I'm looking at somebody's outfits online and I feel like, this guy dresses nice, this guy this this guy this, not because I'm obsessed, but because I like his dressing, I like his fashion sense, and I want to work towards it. You see, I'm trying to emulate somebody's fashion sense, and social media is going to build my own fashion sense in that aspect. So in the aspect of maybe a Yahoo boy or any girl, I'm feeling like, get in low bone straight, man, get in. It's good to admire anything you feel like, but when you admire something online, work towards it. Don't bring your own headache and give it somebody to use paracetamol for on your behalf. So I think social media depend on where we are looking at it from, the aspect we are looking at it from. The same way it is bad to somebody else is the same way it's helping somebody else. I don't know if I'm buttressing what you want me to buttress.
You've made your points, and I feel our audience have been able to get what you're emphasizing, which is actually the goal of the show itself, being able to share perspectives for everybody to learn, and you've been able to do justice to that, and that's been engaging so far. Thank you everybody for joining. If you are just coming online, this is Singles Corner, and we're talking about navigating relationship in this digital age. We're looking at the effects of social media on our present day relationship, how it has affected relationships positively and how it has affected relationships negatively. We've been able to address the aspect of communication and social media as regards the new age relationship, how social media has helped relationship to grow better, and also how social media has also affected the growth of some relationship. Also, we've been able to look at some of the major misunderstandings and the misconceptions we see in a present day relationship that are relatable to the evolving and the evolution of digital media, social media, sorry. And also we've been able to look at how effective communication and being able to clarify digital message can help relationships grow and get better. It has been so insightful. Thank you, Afalabi, for all of the contributions you've made so far. So I want us to look at another segment under this conversation. If you're just joining, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to follow the handle at the Couples Diary on Facebook and on YouTube. If you want to make contributions on the show, you can call in. There's a number on the screen via WhatsApp 07017757570. You can call in on WhatsApp, or you can send your comments via the live chat on Facebook and on YouTube, and definitely we're going to read it out as your contribution to the show. Now, the next thing I want us to look at is emotional intelligence and conflict resolution. Actually, a lot of in previous editions of this show, I said something that I like to hammer on when it comes to conversations centered around relationships. I like to say things like a lot of people go into relationship for the wrong reasons, and then when you see relationships not going well, when you see relationships not thriving, it's because of either one or both of the partners have not gotten to the stage of maturity to be able to handle a lot of things. And now this is where the aspect of emotional intelligence plays in. A lot of persons are not emotionally mature. A lot of persons have not grown physically, mentally, and every aspect of life that should contribute to the growth of their relationship. And by so doing, it tends to be very hard when they have conflict resolutions. You see a lot of people just decide to resort to violence. A lot of people result when they have misunderstandings, or when there are misconceptions as regards the relationship in quote, most of which is relatable to social media, or most of which is relatable to digitalization. We see most relationship either they crash or they don't have headway, and it's becoming something of concern. A lot of persons have not been able to navigate their relationship well because of the negative influence that digitalization has brought. So my first question now is, how does emotional intelligence impact relationships in this digital age?
How does emotional intelligence? I don't get the question very well.
How does okay, I should buttress. I started by saying we see some relationship have not been able to grow because of either or both parties have not gotten to a stage of maturity. Now, to buttress that point, most persons that go into relationship actually go into it for the wrong reason. You said something in the last edition we had, and I want to paraphrase it. You said the only thing that would make you consider a relationship is if there is a future in it.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, correct.
So, and if we check, majority of the relationship we have in this present age, romantic or emotional based or emotional centered relationship that we have, few of that percentage are relationships that people are looking forward to, building a future, having a family. That's why I started by saying most persons go into relationship for the wrong reasons. Not being able to properly define the purpose of going into a relationship is the reasons why we see most relationships in this present age, especially the ones among Gen Zs, not having headway. And now, which is bringing me to the question that how does emotional intelligence, let me paraphrase it. How does emotional maturity impact relationship dynamics in this present digital age?
Emotional maturity. When it comes to emotion, I'm always trying to be very careful. As I say, paraphrase is very well.
No problem.
Emotional maturity. How does it impact relationship? Normally,
so before you go, don't forget that we're narrowing these conversations to the effects, the impact, the benefits, the negativity of social media in relationship. So try as much as possible to make your contributions, your comments concise around the social media aspect of, or the social media effects of relationships.
Okay. You see, when it comes to emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, sometimes some people it's their nature, not because they are not mature. Some people might have anger issue, like the scenario you said about the video that went viral about the guy beating up his girlfriend because of he was checking.
She was going through his phone. Yeah.
That kind of guy might not be that he is not emotionally matured, but then it might be somebody who is quick to getting angry. If now in that aspect, now using their relationship as an example, if the lady is mature enough emotionally, and she loves the guy, and she know that this guy is not beating her alone because of he went through her phone. We are in the digital age now. She can search for online courses to feed her boyfriend back that babe, why not try these courses out about controlling your emotion, controlling your anger issues, controlling things. In that way, she has tried to show her own emotional maturity. It might be somebody who gets angry and he has shouted at her as a then, instead of her reacting back and resolving the issue to gbas, she has tried to play calm, try to become okay. Now it is not just about being calm, but about how to resolve the issue. I really love this guy, and this guy is somebody that he's so sweet. He's a sweet person, but when it comes to little things, it can offend him, and his head is already on fire. So now, how do you try to work things out? Your emotional intelligence lets you understand that, okay, truly I love this person, but I cannot die with this kind of anger. Why not let me try to help this person out? How do you help this person out? Is either you talk to his family members or people that he listens to, tell them so they can talk to him on how the odds of losing in the relationship if this girl leaves him, or trying to learn. And in that kind of scenario, no matter how a lady wants to try to be emotionally mature, if the other, or a guy or a girl is trying to be emotionally mature, if the other party is not trying to be mature, that means your maturity doesn't match. Doesn't mean that person is not mature, but your maturity is incomparable. You should look for somebody who matches your own emotional maturity. Do you understand me?
I'm getting you. I'm following.
So what you feel that, okay, what you are feeling, this person gets angry unnecessarily. Okay, let me use another scenario. There was a time that I like accountability a lot. So once I meet with somebody who is not very accountable, I get angry, I get upset, and as time goes on, somebody made me understand. This is a friend of mine who she's very mature when it comes to emotion, and she's very intelligent. So one day she spoke to me about it, that not everybody will look like you. Not everyone look like you. That, okay, this person might not be accountable, but now, why not try doing it to her, and she learns from there, and try talking her into it instead of just getting angry. You know, one way or the other, if she was my girlfriend, I mean the person that corrected me, she was my girlfriend, that I get angry on unnecessary things, she has one way or the other showed me through how I can help myself.
Very true.
She has showed her emotional maturity, and she has helped me in that way. But some people who are not emotionally matured, they just feel, instead of handling things with maturity, they just feel the roughing things.
It happens.
And social media now, this digital age is helping now. Okay, there are some people in a relationship, they feel like my etiquette and my borrow. Some people don't like when third person is involved in their relationship. Now, internet can be your third person. We are in the digital age now.
Internet is actually a third person.
Yeah, your third party in the relationship. You look at it, okay, why is it that anytime I speak to my babe on any little thing, she's already crying? Why are you always acting like a baby? You can try to look for means to solve that solution with social media. Social media has come in that way and has helped. And another way, social media can still corrupt that relationship, in the sense that instead of looking for help through social media, you're always seeing something that will destroy the relationship, because you are seeing somebody who is better than that girl. Like, why is she always crying? Instead of look for help for her, you are comparing her with somebody else. So you can see that social media can either make or mar your relationship. And
very true.
For you, if you are not emotionally matured to an extent, you might not be able to get help from social media on your emotional maturity. Do you understand? You must have been emotionally matured to an extent to get more help on emotional maturity on social media.
I'm following.
Do you understand?
I'm following.
So that's my take on.
Oh, very, 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 very good. Thank you for that. Okay, so you mentioned something that I actually want us to buttress on.
Okay.
So we've seen, or we've come across scenarios, we've had experience of persons like, I have a friend.
Okay.
Let me just paint this scenario. So we'll pick the concept.
You have a friend, or you are the one?
Not me.
Okay.
Not me. It does not necessarily need to be me. Okay. I have a friend.
I will know.
So anytime she has issue,
she comes
like,
to you.
No, let me land now, bro. Chill, calm down for me.
Okay.
Anytime there's a conflict between she and her partner, the next thing you see her do is she posts on her status. She'll just go online and she will say something that
relative illustration.
Yeah.
This I can relate.
So she will post, like, for example, if they had an argument and he insulted her, you see things like, it just dawned on me that true love does not exist. You know, stuff like that. Like, most people take the point I want to derive now is, most people have seen social media as a
platform to
dump their emotions. She get.
Yeah.
A place to, express how they are being treated. Now, in a way, it's good. For people that are in toxic relationships, that have this fear of inviting a third party, of crying out, indirectly we've seen social media has been able to help them to, overcome such things, to break out from those kind of toxic attachment, right? But another way this the use of this, like the scenario I was painted, if they have a small argument, like they can just normal regular, what's wrong with you? I don't like you just go on our status. Boom. Once I see the status, I'm like,
something is wrong again.
I already know that. Even a random person, if you come across a status, you'll be like, this guy has issue with somebody.
Do you think there's a gender that does that most?
I don't want to answer that question.
I want to know.
I don't want to answer that question.
You might feel like, okay, is this gender that do it the most, or I think
I don't want to answer that.
Okay.
I already told you. So now, you said you thought something about having a third party involved in a relationship. Some partners do not appreciate that.
Yeah.
So now still on the question of how being emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, the impact in relationship dynamics in this present age, for persons that happen to be in those kind of relationships, like if I want to say people that are victimized, like you have a partner and once there's a little argument, there's a little misunderstanding, it's already on her status, it's already on her story, she has looked for a quote that justifies what you did, she has looked for a quote that justifies her as innocent and paints you as guilty, and she has put on her status. And as always, sympathizers will enter her DM. That boy, men will always stain your white. They will, these kind of things. And how do you think, or what recommendations do you think people that are victims of that should look into or consider?
Let me tell you something now. Why the reason I was asking that which gender does that the most, I thought you were going to answer, because I think people will say the female gender does that the most, but I think male gender do that also. One way to help yourself and break free from such thing is your cycle of friends will help you. The kind of people you keep as friends, if they are mature, there's a saying that if you are 6 friends and you have 5 mature people, you'll be the 6th matured person. If you are 6 friends and you have 5 billionaires, you'll be the 6th billionaire. If you are 6 friends and you have 5 foolish friends, you'll be the 6th foolish person. So your circle that you are is to help you. Look at those people who they have slight issue in their relationship or anything and they are posting it online. If you look at them closely, there are people that nag. There are people that nag. They might have not gotten to the apex of nagging, but they might have not gotten to the brim of nagging, but it is a step to nagging. I was in that shoe before.
Wow,
very nice.
Relative. Okay. I
not only relationship matter now. I'm somebody who, when I'm overwhelmed or something is wrong with me, I feel it's either I want to take a long walk, or I must, except if somebody offends me, it's either I tell you directly, or if the person is not giving me opportunity to tell the person directly, I must find somebody to let it out, to just say it, just make sure that I empty the talk. So if I don't see someone, I just want to say it on my story. I just want to say it out. Then somebody texted me one day, a friend of mine, she's a lady. He said, you have fun. You've done this thing once before. You did another time, but I thought that maybe it was a mistake. Now it is showing that something is wrong with you at this moment. You're having a problem with this person at that moment. Why not? You are bigger than exposing your life online now. You are bigger than. Then the person told me things, and I felt like, wow. That means there are levels to how people are looking at you.
Tell us those things the person told you, so we will learn too.
Okay, look at imagine your pastor now having issue or crisis at home, posting it, letting people know about. Is it not like he's deraping himself?
Yeah, very true.
So to an extent, you nagging your life on your story looks like you are deraping your relationship. It looks like you are the same relationship you are nagging about. Can you praise the relationship outside again? Because people already see your story. They know what you're talking about. There was a time that I had a heated argument with my girlfriend, a misunderstanding, and one thing about me is sometimes I might not make you know direct, but the victim or the person that we have issue with together will know. I'll write it in code, and she's like, "You have posted on your status again." So anything we discuss now must always be on status for people to know, for this thing to know. If the party in question doesn't like it and the person is spilling out to you, one way or the other you will change. If you truly love the person, if you are doing something to your partner, if you are posting your life, if things about your life, you are nagging on your status, and your partner is seeing it, you are not blocking them from, you are not meeting them from seeing that status. If they voice out, anybody can be the victim of this thing now. If your partner is somebody who she or he nags a lot on their story, tell them, I don't like this thing. If you have an issue, let us resolve that amicably, instead of the people you are telling the issue online, are they the one to resolve it? If you have misunderstanding at home now, I feel it is immaturity to post it to people on your story. Those people that are consoling you, are they the one to resolve our issue? No. They only seen it as a matter to even munch on and laugh about.
Very true.
So why not this way? I feel if somebody is posting their matter on their story, the other person should be mature enough to call the person, not even shout, call the person and discuss with the person.
Call the
Yeah, call the person to wonder that this thing doesn't make any sense. People are looking at you at one height and you are directing yourself. Don't do this thing. So if your partner is not calling you back to order, your circle of friends, obviously you are not hiding your relationship from your friends. Your circle of friends should understand that oh boy, it was the baby to the journey. I be gay, you and your boyfriend fight. This thing doesn't make any sense. The people you are painting your relationship bad outside to. Yoruba, there's an adage in Yoruba. I will interpret it for you because of you. Yoruba said
interpret it for us.
There's an adage that tí a bá tara ilé ẹni lọ́pọ̀ a lè rí àlọ́ wọn mọ́. That means that if you sell your family member in a costly price, you cannot buy that person in that same amount. That means that the same person you are painting your relationship bad to, you cannot come back to now glorify that relationship in their front. You've painted your boyfriend bad, and now you are praising him again in their front. You feel like that means you are the bad person there. So to an extent, if somebody is in your cycle or your partner is calling you back to order that you want to buy, the same you that you are telling your friend that your boyfriend is a bad person, or you are nagging away, hey, I don't know this is love, I don't know this is. You cannot tell somebody on your status again that love is sweet too. Because yesterday you said that so love is this bad, so I don't know that there's a men has come, I don't know that men are this thing, and tomorrow you are saying that love is sweet too. That means you are shooting yourself in the leg. So if somebody is there to call you back to order, you yourself will come back to order. Most people, sometimes people that are in that shoe do not know that what they are doing is wrong until someone called them back to order. Like I said, I don't like to hide things. I was in that shoe before. And somebody called me back to order. I never knew those things were at some point I was feeling like that's the one way to air my own mind, free myself. But when somebody called back to order and they gave me instances that, guy, you are directing yourself. There are some people who are looking up to you and calling you uncle and calling you mentor. Imagine you are now exposing yourself to them. They don't see you as somebody to run to anymore. Some people are having issue in their relationship and they see you as somebody they want to run to for help. But when they see the kind of thing you are posting, they can never even look at you for help. There are some people who their relationship is not sweet. But people think that because of their keeping mute, their relationship is the best, and people can even go and meet them for advice. But imagine painting that relationship outside to people that this relationship is a bad one. People can even see you and think that they can find help in you. They can find